Title: Echoes of Desolation. My name is Alex, and I've always had a fascination with the macabre. Ghost stories, horror movies, and eerie legends have been my companions since childhood. So, when I heard about the abandoned amusement park on the outskirts of town, I couldn't resist the temptation to explore its mysteries. They called it Whispering Woods Park, though now it was a far cry from the lively place it had once been. Rusty gates creaked open as I ventured inside, swallowed by an eerie silence that seemed to cling to the air. The faded sign, missing a few letters, welcomed me to the park that time had forgotten. My heart raced as I walked along the overgrown pathway, feeling the eyes of forgotten spirits upon me. The rides, once a cacophony of laughter and excitement, now stood still like silent sentinels. A Ferris wheel loomed in the distance, its skeletal structure casting a long shadow over the desolation. I couldn't help but shiver as I approached the first ride. The twisted twirl was anything but twisted now, its colorful carts hanging at odd angles. The seats were covered in thick layers of dust, and a solitary doll, its porcelain face cracked and eyes vacant, sat in one of them. It felt as if the past had been frozen in time, and the laughter of children still echoed faintly in the wind. Moving on, I reached the decaying carousel. The horses, once vibrant and majestic, were now weathered and skeletal. Their paint had chipped away, leaving behind a haunting impression of what they once were. I couldn't help but run a hand along one of the cracked wooden horses, feeling a strange sense of sadness and nostalgia wash over me. As I ventured deeper into the park, the sun dipped below the horizon, and darkness crept in like a shroud. My flashlight cut through the inky blackness, revealing the eerie sight of an old ticket booth. A tattered banner above it proclaimed, "Whispering Woods Park, where dreams come to life." I pushed open the creaky door and stepped inside. The musty air was thick with memories, and I found myself surrounded by fading posters of clowns, acrobats, and magicians. One particular poster caught my eye, the great magician Mysterio. I wondered what secrets this park held, what tales it had concealed beneath its decaying facade. I continued my exploration, my footsteps echoing through the empty amusement park. The darkness seemed to grow thicker, and I began to hear faint whispers carried on the wind. The voices were indistinct, like fragments of forgotten conversations. I strained to listen but couldn't make out any coherent words. A sudden chill ran down my spine as I stumbled upon a dilapidated funhouse. The entrance beckoned me with its faded neon lights and cracked mirrors. With each step, the whispers grew louder, and the mirrors seemed to distort my reflection, turning it into something grotesque. I tried to escape, but the maze of mirrors seemed to shift and change, trapping me inside. Panic set in as I realized I was not alone in this haunted funhouse. Distorted figures moved in the mirrors, shadows of laughter and terror frozen in time. The whispers grew louder, a cacophony of voices that begged for release. I stumbled and fell, and as I hit the ground, the mirrors shattered around me. I crawled out of the ruined funhouse, gasping for air and covered in shards of glass. The whispers had stopped, and an eerie silence once again enveloped the park. It was as if the spirits had unleashed their pent-up anguish and now rested in peace. As I made my way back toward the park's entrance, the first light of dawn began to break. The once dilapidated rides seemed to shimmer with a faint, ethereal glow, and the park itself seemed to sigh in relief, as if it had finally let go of its haunting memories. I left Whispering Woods Park, my heart heavy with the weight of what I had witnessed. It was a place where dreams had indeed come to life, but those dreams had twisted into nightmares that lingered in the shadows. I couldn't help but wonder if the spirits that haunted the park were finally free, or if their echoes would forever resonate through its desolate grounds. As I walked away, the sun bathed the abandoned amusement park in golden light, casting long, haunting shadows that seemed to dance to a melancholic melody. And somewhere in the distance, I thought I heard the faint laughter of children, echoing through the empty rides, a reminder of the joy that once lived within these decaying walls.